first met you, it was when I started advising with the Scouts in the Order of the Arrow. And I was so impressed because it was kind of around the time where they finally were having, were accepting females into the troops for the Boy Scouts of America. But you had already been really involved. So can you tell us about how you got involved in Scouts and kind of when you started, what program you did? Love to hear about that.
So when I was younger, my mom put me in Girl Scouts. I did the whole Daisy Brownie Junior program. I got bronze, but right around the age of bronze is when my brother started going to Camp Fleischmann, and he was a Cub Scout, but as a Boy Scout, he got to go to Camp Fleischmann for a whole entire week. So he came back and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I just went to the most amazing summer camp." And there were boys and girls on staff there. And my mom was like, "What the heck? There's also girls at this camp." So she looked into it and she found the venturing program through our local council. And so the day I turned 14, we were down at the council office, like, "Get me into a venture crew. I want to try this out." And then 2 weeks later, I was actually at Camp Fleischmann as a camp counselor in training type thing. And I knew nothing about scouting. I knew nobody there, but scouting really defined my life in a sense. I mean, it's pushed me to do this hiking. It's pushed me to go into sciences because working at Camp Fleischmann over the years, I was in ecology and I was like, wow, like this merit badge is kind of fun. This kind of interests me and stuff. And so, and it's taught me so much. Like it's taught me first aid. It's just taught me normal life skills. It's taught me how to interact with people. I thank the Scouts all the time for job interviews because I feel comfortable with it. Because for Camp Fleischmann, even though they knew me every year, it's like, nope, you're going to have an interview. You must talk to these adults. And it's like a 15-year-old girl in a room of like older men trying to like, oh, like, please hire me. I'm the best candidate type thing. It's a huge life lesson. And so, yeah, I did venturing and started working at Camp Fleischmann. And eventually that progressed into me earning the Ranger and Silver Award, which those are at the time, the Ranger's still around, the Silver is no longer around, but they're the highest awards you could receive as a venturer. And I'm very excited that I was able to obtain those. And then after that, I got into Sea Scouting. I didn't make it that far into Sea Scouting, but I'm still an active leader and I really enjoy it because I'm super water-based. When I worked at the camp, I was a waterfront director and I was also a lifeguard and worked up through the ranks to become the director. So Sea Scouts goes hand in hand with that.
You mentioned venturing. What is venturing?
To explain what venturing is, it's a high adventure program, co-ed 14 to 21. And so the point of it was for boys who have already attained their Eagle to still stay in scouting and do cooler adventure-y things. And then also the girls were involved too. Kind of more of an incentive after Girl Scouts, I believe, got their gold award to segue into it. And that's what venturing.
Very cool. Yeah. That's so interesting. Tell us a little bit more about Camp Fleischmann. Where is it located? When's it open? That kind of stuff.
So Camp Fleischmann is just outside Chester, California, which is about an hour east of Lassen National Park. It's in California. It's this cute, rustic, vintage, I don't know, you want to use the best words. It's been around for a long time, since the 50s, I believe. And it's amazing. If you ever get the chance, go visit it. It has these beautiful rock climbing walls. It has this awesome lake that we have sailboats, canoes, kayaks. We have a ridge with a fort in it to learn about Native American lore and just mountain man cultures. And we have a shooting range. It's one of the best places in the world. It might be my favorite place in the whole entire world. If I don't make it there in the summer, I get extremely sad. I mean, this last summer with COVID and restrictions, I never made it up, and that really tore me apart. And I've already made plans of like, nope, this summer I'm going to go volunteer. I'm going to go make it there. Somehow I'm going to make it to camp.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds like it had a really big impact in your life. You said you were the director of the waterfront. can you tell us more about the waterfront and the activities you guys do there or did there?
Yeah. So the waterfront, I started as a lifeguard, eventually made it to assistant, and I made it to waterfront director. And there we have 6 different merit badges we offer. There's canoeing, kayaking, sailboat, small boat sailing, sorry, rowing, life saving, and swimming. And the waterfront's super important because to get Eagle, you need swimming and life saving. So they're Eagle required merit badges, which is great. Like a kid can come up and have the time of his life, but also be taking this important Eagle required badge. So it works both ways. And then besides those, we offer all these adult training courses for boating safety, swimming safety, based courses, and then you can elaborate even more on those types of courses for adults to really dive into that knowledge base. And so then the adults also aren't just like bored walking around camp like, I'm drinking coffee. It's like, no, come down to the waterfront. We'll show you how to rescue kids out of a canoe. So
oh, cool. So it's like fun and learning all in one.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is really neat. The first class of Eagle Scout girls coming through. What are your thoughts on that?
So to be completely honest, when I saw that, my first thought was jealousy because I didn't get to have that opportunity. I remember being their age and just wanting what Peter wanted, my brother, when he got his Eagle. And actually same with Order of the Arrow. Order of the Arrow I couldn't join until I was 21. But now girls are being able to join the Order of the Arrow, and just both. When I saw that, immediately I was like, oh, I wish that was me, which is a terrible thought to cross my mind. But when I stepped back, I thought about it a little bit more, and myself and my friends through scouting, I think we paved the way to show that, like, yes, absolutely, girls can be a part of this program. I mean, America and I believe Saudi Arabia are the only 2 industrialized countries that were separating scouting by genders.
Wow, that is so crazy.
Yeah, and I went to the 2013 National Jamboree, and they put the venturing scouts with the international scouts. And so I just saw all of these scouts running around, boys and girls in the same troops and stuff. That can be me, I wish. But to see these young women become Eagle Scouts, it makes me super emotional. And I'm just so proud and so excited for them, and also for us as the Boy Scouts that we've progressed this far to allow this to happen. And I'm so thankful because I'm excited that one day my daughter and son can both get their Eagles, and I'll just be over the moon about it.
That is so awesome. And I just know from experience and like seeing you involved in what you've done, you really have paved the way. And I see the youth, girls and boys, young men and young women, they look up to you because you are very inspiring. You've done so much, and you really did blaze the way. So I'm really grateful to have you, again, showing me the ropes, and you just continue to inspire others, and especially young women. So we're really lucky to have you here.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.